Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a trip.
It's time for
Amanda Exclusivo.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Amanda Exclusivo. Don't worry, I did ask Ashley if I could steal Jared for a second. Say hi to Jared, everybody.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
How are you, Jared? I'm good.
I'm doing well. I'm currently sitting in my man cave / office / still Ashley's room. So
Your man cave. I see some stuff in the back that could qualify for a man cave a little bit.
it's / a man cave. So like I have a Superman poster and Tom Brady. But there's we have some family pictures. But there's also a portrait of Eli Manning for Ashley because she's a Giants fan. And then they have the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous and something about it wasn't logic, it was love, the martini glass. I don't know what that means, but that's up there.
So it's kind of a man cave for you, a little bit.
A little half and half. And that's a nice
Okay.
portrait, Ashley and myself, that was given as a wedding gift from one of Ashley's good friends, Taylor, who does drawings. And it's pretty.
Oh, it's really cool.
Yeah, so we're very lucky that gets to hang in our house.
I'm noticing in the picture your hair is shorter. During quarantine, your hair's gotten a lot longer.
Yeah. I didn't get a cut for the first 2 months. And then after that, I just thought to myself, you know what, I'll just let it grow out and see what happens. And as it's grown out, it's grown on me. So I think I'm going to keep it long for a while.
Good. No, I like it. It looks great. I'm sure your
Appreciate
twin, Ashton Kutcher, would approve of it.
That's very nice of you to say he's my twin. But yeah, I used to have long hair and people thought that I looked like him during that 70s show. They thought I looked like Michael Kelso.
Do you watch that show or you don't?
I did. Yeah, I used to watch that 70s show. Oh, yeah.
I figured. With all the comparisons, I'm sure you've had to watch it.
Oh, yeah. I studied his mannerisms, just tried to be more like him. I'm joking.
Well, I mean, you can try. So tell me, you seem like a really, normal dude. Why sign up for Bachelorette?
A friend of mine signed me up, actually. So one of my good friends, her name is Crystal. She's one of my best friends. And she always told me that I should sign up for the show. And I never did, because I never saw myself as a quote unquote bachelor. And, because I thought any guy that went on the show had to be like, a gentleman of Harvard. But obviously I was wrong. So long story, she signed me up without telling me one day.
Oh.
And, apparently she just submitted on her phone with a couple pictures and wrote like a small few sentence paragraph about me. And then I was working one day, got a phone call from Los Angeles, didn't pick up because I don't know anybody from LA. And then luckily I checked my voicemail and it said, "This is ABC's Bachelorette calling, casting department. We're looking for Jared. Your friend Crystal signed you up. We're just seeing if you're single, if you were interested in doing this casting process." So I obviously called them back and then went through the casting process because realistically, I never thought I'd get on the show, but it's very humbling when they're like, "Hey, we want you to try out for this." So it was a really cool experience, and miraculously, step by step, I got asked to be on the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
cool.
you've had a lot of great memories on the show, obviously. You met your wife, Ashley. When did you know that Ashley was the one for you? There's a lot of back and forth. I know, I saw everything.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. I mean, honestly, I probably knew the moment I saw her in our first season of Paradise, just because I think one of the downfalls of the show and just life in general, especially with social media, is you come in with already pre-existing ideas of who this person is, and that's just amplified by the show. So when I first met Ashley, especially being surrounded by all my friends, everybody just knew Ashley as, the hysterically crying,
I know.
thing, and so, and she came off very, Jersey in the show, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be attracted to someone like that, and then I met her, and obviously Ashley is stunning in real life, and then we just had this really good banter, and I always felt comfortable around Ashley, and so that's when it really started. And then of course, like, just being a dumb guy, I let so many things get in the way of actually pursuing what I wanted. Sometimes they always say, like, you should go with your gut, because by the time, like, if you don't go with your gut, then by the time your gut manifests itself to like your brain, you start overthinking everything, and then you become your own worst enemy. And I think I constantly do that in my life, and that is something I did with Thursday as well. So, but truth be told, long story short, I feel like I knew early on, and I just kept denying it.
I could tell, believe me, I watched it, and I knew that you had a soft spot there for her. I saw it, and at the same time I saw hesitation. But I'm wondering, how many, roughly, I know this is a random question, roughly how many boxes of Kleenex do you think Ashley went through on the show?
God, I don't
I
think
know. I hit you hard with that one.
an infinite number of boxes. I think they had to get it shipped down to Mexico for her. I know. I felt bad. So, I mean, in being married to Ashley now, I know that, you know, when she cries, it's just a reaction. Like, that's just what Ashley does. She says she can't help it. Like, even when we're just having a conversation, you know, as married couples do, sometimes she gets overwhelmed and starts crying, and then I feel like a jerk, even though I didn't do anything. It was just like we were having a serious conversation, but that's just how Ashley reacts to things. And so unfortunately on the show, you know, she just cries constantly, and people are like, good God, what is wrong with her? Why does she cry all the time? And it's like, that's just what she does. That's her reaction to life in a lot of different ways.
Well, I'm hoping now it's tears of joy rather than.
Yes, much more tears of joy. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes she cries because she's just so overwhelmed with happiness, which is so sweet. It's so sweet.
No, that's good. That's what I was hoping for now that you guys are married. So
Yeah.
how's married life been though? And even during the pandemic, you learning new things about each other?
Learning new things I'm not sure about. I still feel that Ashley and I know each other so well. Luckily, knock on wood, I think it's one of the strongest foundations of our relationship, of how well we know one another. I would say obviously our first year of marriage is going great. We were on the East Coast for a majority of 2020 so far, just because of the pandemic, because everything is shut down. So we were staying there with family, and that was great. As an East Coast kid, I love being on that side of the country, being closer to family, and I can sense my happiness going up when we're on that side of the country. And so it's been great. And in terms of like the pandemic, learning more about Ashley, I don't think Ashley is such, she's the most transparent person you'll ever meet in your entire life. She truly is the definition of what you see is what you get. So I feel like a lot of people who think they know Ashley, they do probably know Ashley pretty well, and that obviously goes for me as well. So I don't think I've learned all that much about Ashley recently.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking maybe like cleaning wise or leaving stuff on the floor. I don't know if there's anything random or weird.
No, we're both pretty clean.
I could tell by the man cave.
Yeah, it's pretty organized. Does Ashley do anything weird? I mean, she has a full-on regimen when it comes to beauty. Between this LED mask that she has that she wears every day for an hour.
Do you do it with her or you don't?
I do not do it with her. I probably should. She also has like these sticky things that go under her eyes, on her eyelids, that apparently prevents wrinkles, and she sleeps with them on.
Oh.
And she's an odd duck. She sweats profusely when she sleeps. Like sometimes the sheets would be soaked. It's just, she's an odd duck. She's a good duck.
No, she
Maybe
seems like a good duck. She was very nice when I talked to her 2 weeks ago, probably now that I'm thinking about it.
She's the best.
Yeah. And who do you guys still keep in touch with to this day? You guys had pretty much a lot of people from Bachelor Nation at your wedding.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're really close with Tanner and Jade. And we're really close with Ben Higgins. He is coming out with a new book, and Ashley and I got to write a little blurb on the back.
That's awesome.
That was cool. Ben's a great guy. We're obviously really close with Nick. We saw Nick last night. It's his birthday. And so we're going to see him again tonight and watch football together. Who else from the show? I talked to, I still talk to so many people, honestly. We see, obviously Dean. Dean I do the podcast with, very close with Dean. Still talk to Chris Soul. Still talk to Vinny. Vinny from
I remember
down
Vinny.
in Miami.
Yeah.
DJ Vinny.
DJ Vinny.
Insane. DJ Vinny, he's a good one. Carly and Evan, we still talk to. There's a lot of people. Amanda Stanton, Ashley, just got dinner with her.
I saw on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that we still talk to from the show. We're pretty lucky that we formed really good friendships from it.
I want to know, since you still talk to everyone to this day, do you guys have any special things that you used to do behind the scenes when you were on Paradise or The Bachelor that's fun that no one knows about?
I remember one time, it was our second season of Paradise, and this was before Ashley came down, and I was with Carly, because Carly and I became really good friends. She's a ball buster, and she's fantastic. And we were in the pool, and for some reason, we were just kind of having like not a bad day, but like I wasn't really connecting with anybody at the time. She wasn't connecting with anybody at the time. And we just decided to like roast everybody. and like as people were walking by, we were just roasting them. This went on for like an hour, and her and I were laughing hysterically. And we were like, we're totally going to be villainized for this, because we were just making fun of everybody in a very lighthearted way.
That's
but I was
good.
like, man,
That's fun.
It's fun, but I was like, if this is chopped up and edited right, it's gonna look bad. But luckily they never showed that, and it was really funny. One thing I remember from my first season of Paradise was, it was the first morning, so we walked down the stairs, stayed in Paradise that night. It was the first morning afterwards, and I woke up and I was with Jillian from.
I remember Jillian, yeah.
And I think JJ was there too. We were just laying on the beach, and then Ashley and Lauren woke up and walked down. And I'll never forget, it was the first time I saw Ashley in the morning, and Ashley puts ice bags on her face. And so I saw her walk out, and she had ice bags on her face, and I was like, what the fuck? And so that was one of my first impressions of my future wife, which is quite funny and ironic now.
Ice bags.
Just ice bags. I was like, yeah, there's no way it's ever going to work between her and I.
But it's working.
I know, it worked perfectly.
There's evidence. No.
I've been wrong a million times in my life, and I'm glad I was wrong in that instance.
Well, what's next for you? What do you have coming up? Anything exciting?
Well, I feel like I say her name 25 times, but Ashley and I, we have a couple things in the work that we hope, fingers crossed, work out really well within the entertainment aspect. We're thinking about moving back east sooner rather than later. We always have planned to move back to Rhode Island at some point over the next few years once we start having kids and raise a family. But because of COVID, I think that process might expedite a little bit. And
yeah,
I'm looking to possibly open up a bar back east, bar/restaurant.
I was going to say, are we going back to restaurants?
I would love to. I'd love to own and operate my own place. It's obviously very scary times to try to open up a bar or restaurant because, you can only have a certain amount of capacity, and who knows how long these restrictions will last. So that's nerve-wracking. But that's something that we're definitely looking into. We're looking to start a family soon. We have Lois, our dog, who's amazing. And so we're looking to, settle down, get a house, and pop out some kids.
Good. Well, I'm excited for what your future holds. But before you go, I was wondering if we could play a quick game.
Oh, I love games.
I don't know if Ashley told you about my game or not.
She did not.
Oh, good. Okay. Works out for me. So what I do is called the speed round. I'm going to ask you as many questions as I can within a minute. I just want to give you my record so far, because every time I have a guest, I want the guest to try to beat the last one that I had.
Got it.
So I had James Roday from Psych and A Million Little Things. He got 14. So hopefully, Jared, I have faith in you that you could possibly beat him.
All right, I'm ready.
That 70 Show or Friends?
Friends.
Scruffy face or clean shaven?
Scruffy.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Where was your first kiss?
At school dance.
East or West Coast living?
East.
Nice. Favorite candy?
Junior mints.
How many kids do you want?
2.
Your bachelor BFF?
Tanner or Nick.
Favorite cereal?
The Crunch Berries.
Disneyland or Universal?
Universal.
What habit do you have that drives Ashley crazy?
My stubbornness.
Manicure, pedicure, cool or not cool?
Cool.
What's your nickname?
J-Rod.
Favorite kind of donut?
Chocolate frosted.
Ooh, the time's up. You're tied. 14.
One question away. No. That was good.
That was great. You did a great job. I was very impressed.
Thank you, Amanda. That was fun.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on and chatting with me today. I appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.